Hi everyone, I'm Caleb.
I'm Courtney.
Working with Beautiful Feet Ministries, our training and sending missions agency, and partnering with Children and Families, a local faith-based, family-based care organization, we live and work in Cambodia to see orphaned and vulnerable children surrounded by loving, supportive families where they belong.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, we moved to Cambodia. Many of you were along for that journey. And we thought that being a mother and father in a traditional orphanage model was the best way to care for orphan children. But in fact, we learned that nearly 80% of children who live in children's homes, orphanages, institutional care models have one living parent. For example, in Cambodia, many children find themselves in orphanages because their parents are looking for better educational opportunities for their children. But in fact, the children in these orphanages have one living parent, or in some cases two, who could care for them if proper supports were put into place.
Yeah, and that's why we now passionately work in what's known as family-based or community-based care. So instead of taking children out of families when a situation gets difficult to give services to them, we're going to take those same resources and supports and bring them where they are, in their families, in their communities, and work to minister to families as a whole.
Yeah. Research in our own experience working in an orphanage has really confirmed that children who grow up in this institutional care model, orphanage, children's homes, children villages, things like that, really deal with a whole host of issues because of being raised in that setting. Things like developmental delays, attachment disorders, other mental illnesses, as well as these children are at far greater risk for abuse and neglect. But we believe that God got it right the first time. Children growing up in families is exactly where they belong, and in fact, they do better when they're raised in families. We want to be a part of restoring Cambodian children to God's original creation, and really bringing them home to that family setting, which is exactly where He'd have them in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. We've been newly inspired by that famous scripture in James that says, true religion that is pleasing to the Lord is to care for the widow and the orphan in their distress. We believe it's our responsibility as followers of Jesus to care for children and their families. So that could look like supporting an at-risk family as a whole, or really bringing these supports to situations like foster care or kinship care for orphaned and vulnerable children.
Yeah, so join us as we continue to learn how we, and as well as you, can be a part of keeping Cambodian children and Cambodian families together, and bringing the good news of Jesus to the family as a whole.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.